Welcome to the Savannah and Justin show. I'm just kidding. No, well, not really kidding. Justin's not here. It is the morning. It is, come on, watch, 8:57. I'm just getting ready for work, and basically my makeup is done. It's as good as it's gonna get, baby. As good as it's gonna get. Thank God it's on Zoom and they have like those like filters that kind of make you semi look okay. And then, ooh, lordy, that could have went down in a disaster. I gotta stop flailing around like a wild fish or something. Sorry, this is not the most, not conducive. This isn't the most stablest of tripods for my tablet. But I just wanted to straighten my hair and give you guys kind of an update on mine and Justin's IVF journey. So today is, I don't even know the date. Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. By November, and me and my husband have been on 4 egg retrievals for IVF. And basically, I don't want to make this super long because I know I haven't posted in probably like a week or so, and I want you guys to know what our results were. So the reason why I didn't post exactly right away, I do have some footage on my phone and his phone of me waking up from the anesthesia and everything, and like my anxiety going to the, or lack thereof, anxiety or whatever you want to call it, going to the egg retrieval for surgery. I just don't know if I'll post it or if because I'll have to do some editing to blend those things together. And honestly, it's just I've been really busy considering like dealing with our house and that being burnt down, and it's been over a month, and guys, they still haven't even done demolition. Thanks, COVID. It's just been, for lack of better terms, it has been one fire, like I'm constantly putting out fires. So it's like not literal fires, but figure of speech. So anyway, so what we ended up happening was I had around 18 plus follicles to start. They were able to retrieve 15 eggs, which is really good for so my first time was 19, the second time was 12, the third time was 8 eggs, and the fourth time, and I say it's our final time, I could change my mind, but I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think 4 times of going through egg retrievals, you gotta think, like February is when I went to the IVF clinic and they started doing all those preliminary testing, and we were determining that it's my husband who had the that genetic defect of he's a carrier for cystic fibrosis, so that's why so because he's a carrier for cystic fibrosis, he was born without vas deferens, which means he cannot take he can't shoot the sperm out of his junk, basically. That's what it means. God, and I'm an educator. Okay. And anyway, so, by the time he went and got surgery to retrieve his sperm out of, his junk, we've been doing this since February. We are now in November. It has just been such a nonstop go situation. I need a break from IVF. I need to, for my own sanity, I need to step away and give myself some time to heal mentally, physically, from IVF. So this time we got 15 eggs. The next day, 11 matured and were fertilized. And by the way, they used 3 vials of his sperm. Isn't like one load of sperm like billions of sperm? So let's just say they used millions and millions and millions of sperm to fertilize 11 eggs, which just goes to show you really how how lazy his sperm is, that you need to use 11 vials. We joked and laughed about that. I mean, here's the thing, you guys. IVF, there's lots of emotions: sad, loss, grief. Basically, you name it, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel like you're a 15-year-old girl again, going through puberty over and over and over because of all the different mixed emotions. And so then, so you gotta laugh. You have to just laugh at your situation. You have to laugh together and just take it one day at a time. I know that's cliche. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's one day at a time. So then yesterday is the day I got the news of how many survived. You know, that day 6 or day 5. We have the day 6 count. We got 6. That is our highest survival rate. Even my first time when I had 19 eggs, 10 made it the next day, and 5 were like good quality eggs. They were all like 4A. I had 2 4AA. I had 2 3AA, and then I had 1 AB the first time for embryo. The second time, our only embryo that made it was actually a 3AB, which is, I mean, you ideally want to shoot for A's, from my understanding. This time, every single one of those 6 embryos were a 3AA. So that's really good. I'm very happy with those results so far. But because my insurance does cover PGS testing, by the way, if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, that's who I have, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We had our doctor write a letter saying why it was necessary for us to have genetic testing. And basically anybody who, like if you have some sort of genetic defect, or I hate using that word because I mean, you know, but if you have some sort of genetic mutation or something that could potentially place harm on a baby, it is cheaper for an insurance company to obviously be proactive. And when you want to put, you know, if you could, I mean, I know that this is like so going into, I'm opening up Pandora's box for natural selection, and, you know, almost seems kind of Nazi Germany the way I'm talking about, like selecting, you know, the perfect humans. I'm not saying, you know, you're picking out eye color and, you know, you're picking whatever, but for my case, I am potentially a carrier for hemophilia, which hemophilia factor 8, which means that if you have like a paper cut or any kind of cut, you bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. And my uncle was a hemophiliac. My grandmother's uncles were also hemophiliacs. It is a very serious condition. And if you are a carrier, I would like, or if I am a carrier, I really would want to know, just so that way I have that choice as to if I want to bring children in the world with that potential, you know, in carriers, like it's, you know, or whatever. So not that I would or wouldn't, and every clinic is different. Some clinics would, if they find out that, you know, you are a carrier, then they might not implant your sons or whatever, even if they're not carriers, or, I mean, it just gets complicated. But anyways, my insurance pays for PGS testing, which was really good because the first time I had the shell qualities were what people pray for, you know, they were really, really good. But internally, they were missing chromosomes. They had extra chromosomes on top of chromosomes that would have just ended up in a pregnancy into a miscarriage, because there's only certain, like, what is it? Like Down syndrome, is it 21 trigon? I'm losing my mind here. But you can have an extra pair of chromosomes on on either 21, I think it's 21, what is it called? Triggs 21 or 27. But if you have an extra set of chromosomes on that, then yes, you could have a child with Down syndrome. But just because you have an extra set of chromosomes, say like on number 17 or 6, that's nothing. That's going to end up more than most likely into a miscarriage. Some doctors will say your body could potentially fix it or whatever, but for me, I'm not saying why try. Why try if I can just keep going and doing, this. I could do another egg retrieval and see if I had better results. That was just how, and my insurance, like I said, covers it, and I was maxed out, and it didn't cost me that much more to, do this 4 times. In fact, it got cheaper and cheaper as, because it's not so much the procedures that are expensive for me, like for us, it's the medication is expensive. So it was cheaper and cheaper and cheaper each time I did an egg retrieval because my deductibles kept lowering. So it made those specialty medications lower. So anyway, I have no idea what the PGS tests for these 6 are going to come back. From my understanding of the data, it looks about like 50% should make it. But, all of them can make it, half of them can make it, 2 can make it. I mean, it's really kind of now up to the universe. It's up to God. It's not up to, it's just now we're going to see where the ball bounces. To be honest with you, I kind of stand firm as of today, 2020, November 24th. I really don't want to do another egg retrieval anytime soon in the near future. Not because of pain, it's just there's a lot of hormones. Even now, I'm still bloated. I was really, really bloated this last time, and it was the second worst egg retrieval I've had since the start of this journey. But that's also temporary. All pain, right, is temporary. I would do it again if I had to, but for now, I need a break. I just need to listen to my body, listen to my mind and my soul, and know that I need to now focus on other things, such as my home and getting back home. That's so much on my mind. My students at school, I teach, special education. I want to be, not that I'm not a good teacher, but I want to really make sure that I'm giving them the best I can, especially now that, we are really not